See what I did there? Yeah. I don't know what that looked like, but feel it. You can feel it. Okay, today is Wednesday, April 25th. Um, Word vomiting. I feel like word vomiting. I am completely humbled in a different way than what I had anticipated for this whole experience with the MS 150 and um, continuing to share my story and my experiences around it because I actually really love my story in terms of my diagnosis. And I love the story behind my tattoos, my chest piece, and my rose. And I just feel like I want to keep putting this beautiful spin on it because with all of its downside, it changes you as a person. You're a different person. I'm a completely different person. I'm a completely different person. I've never, wow, that's a lie. I've been in awe of people a lot, especially after being diagnosed, but I've been in awe. Humans are amazing. People are good people. And whether you know it or not, you, me, we all deserve help and love and compassion and kindness. And I don't know if I'm really talking to anyone right now, or if I'm talking to myself in this, but yeah, people are cool. There are people who have reached out, who have done things, who like I've never really even met, who I haven't really spent any time with. And support is in so many different ways. I mean, I feel like a good thought is support, a zap of energy. I believe in that for sure. Side note, I feel like I should talk about the white elephant in the room because I mean, I don't even think I really noticed that until I really looked at what was happening. Side note to that side note, I don't think it's called the white elephant. I think it's just referred to as like the elephant in the room. Maybe I could have made that up. I'm gonna go with that. Yeah, I bought a sleeping bag. This is just so cool. I'm so excited. This is so exciting. I feel like I'm beaming, and it's a happy. Here I go. That like just makes you want to cry. Um, I know that the entire weekend is going to be all of this, and maybe that's what I need. Maybe a lot of us who have MS, this is what we all need. If not to ride, to be out there and to see people fighting for you, fighting with you. And to know you're not crazy. And I see you, and a lot of us see you. And even when you feel crazy, you're not crazy. And Frida was here, she'd be painting something real bomb about this whole experience. Ooh, this is cool. Yeah. Wednesday, we leave Saturday. I bought a sleeping bag. Now I need to go camping. People invite me camping, like for real. Like I said, I want to start a fire with my hands, sticks. I want to catch fish with my hands, rip them open with my mouth. Salmon, like bears do. Oh. You guys are cool. Everyone's cool. Let's keep talking about MS and the many faces of what it looks like, and continue to support people just through awareness and knowing what to say and what not to say, and how to just listen, you know. And you guys are so good at that. Like, I feel that. And let's keep doing that. Okay, so real quick, because I can't ever make these short videos. I'm at 6 minutes already. I didn't need to do that. So I want to tell you the story about my tattoos, because I really love them, and, you know, they mean a lot. So this is a rose, and it has the day that I was diagnosed underneath it, March 5th, 2016. And it was my way of putting a really beautiful spin on what I felt was, I guess, a badge of honor, man. If someone out there thought that I could have what I have and keep doing what I'm doing, thank you, and I will continue to try to lead the way, man. That was cool. Like, it was like a cape. And it's beautiful, you guys. If you want to know who did that, hit me up. It's one of my favorite ones. My chest piece says fall risk, flight risk. And it's a really fun spin on my hospital stay. One of my biggest symptoms that I went into the hospital with was being off balance. I mean, I'm a dance. My degree is in dance. I teach yoga. I can spin on one foot on stage in the dark sometimes and be fine. And at one point, I couldn't put my 2 feet together and my hands out and close my eyes at the same time because I would just topple over. So I'm telling them these symptoms that I'm having, and they label you going into the hospital as a fall risk. So you get this yellow bracelet, and you get these yellow grippy socks. And the irony of all this is I drove myself to the hospital with my best friend, Michael Vale. I drove myself. And at this point, when I'm getting checked into, like, my room, the nurse was like, so because you're a fall risk, every time you need to, like, get out of your bed, for whatever reason, you have to call a nurse, because if you get out of the bed and a nurse isn't here, this alarm's going to go off, and they're going to think you fell. I was like, okay. But at this point, I was also walking like Frankenstein. So what did I really know? I was trying to be the hero. So when I was a fall risk, and the flight risk comes from I could never seem to stay in my room. So if you know me at all, like, man, I had no intention on being in the hospital even a night. To imagine someone telling you you're going to be here for the next 5 days. Like, what? I also had a roommate, and she was older, and I just felt bad. I had a lot of visitors, and you guys all know who you are. You're amazing. I was never left alone in the hospital. It was beautiful. And so between me and my roommate, we had a curtain. And you have a curtain, like, we can't pretend like Miss So-and-so doesn't hear everything that's happening over here. And then this poor woman, like, didn't get that many visitors. So I already felt bad. And my nurse was like, well, you can go, you can leave. Well, she didn't tell me, my nurse, Mercy, beautiful lady, she didn't tell me that I was only supposed to be gone for like 45 minutes. She was like, as long as you sign yourself out. Well, I didn't go anywhere besides, like, the hospital lobby downstairs, and I was eating food and talking and just hanging out with people. And I had been gone for like 5 hours at this point, and so I didn't know that they were paging me through the hospital intercom, and my phone had been ringing, but I didn't know the number, and so I'm not going to answer the phone number. And finally, I get the same number, and I answer it, and it's my nurse, and she's frantic, and she's like, "Miss Danielle, where are you?" And I was like, "Mercy, I'm chilling. I'm here in the hospital, girl. What's going on?" And she was like, "You've got to come back. You've got to come back. We were going to call the police." So I go back, and all these cute little nurses, they're all like laughing at me, and I'm like, "Oh my God, what happened?" And she's like, "You were only supposed to be gone for like 30 to 45 minutes. And now it all makes sense because, you know, they come and take your vitals every so often." And she was like, "Do you know what happens if, like, we lose patients?" Like, what? I was like, so she was like, "You could have," because I was a fall risk, she was like, "You could have been laid out somewhere." Anyway, I feel like I've gone way over. But this is also therapy for me. If you guys know that, I started these video blogs a really long time ago when I first got diagnosed as a way to also track my progress and to see where I am physically. I'm 3 months off meds. I feel like I can see my face again. That's wild. I was super puffed out for a really long time. That's a whole different story for another time. I love and appreciate every single person, whether I've talked to you or not. The fact that you're even taking the time, now I'm at 12 minutes, to listen to my story and let other people know that there is life after MS. Hashtag, you can never be too epic.